Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your July 2019 love and general reading, and I'm sorry it's a few days late. Thank you for your patience, Saggy. Okay, I'm using Smells Like the 70s Tarot, Morgan Greer. Ooh, okay, yes. We're going to do it this way. I'm not reading reversals, just in the monthlies for July, okay? And a lot of you have asked me about the dailies. The dailies are still up, down and all around, reversals and uprights and all the rest of it. Okay. Woohoo. What do my lovely Sagittarians need to know? Oh, thank you. Okay. It's not what you know, I think it's who you know. In July, we have Mercury Retrograde. It's on already, and it's going to be on for the next month. Technically, it's 3 weeks or something, but it's not. It's about a month at least. For you, it's all about making connections, whether that's romantic or work, and building connections through social events, through social media, with Three of Cups. Love this card, it's so pretty. It's about you, if you're doing business, let's say you're entrepreneurial, many Sagittarians are, because you're ruled by Jupiter and you are the sign that is the luckiest, and you are ruled by, well, you are lovers of freedom and philosophy, because Jupiter, of course, is the planet that's all expanded and ooh, and I'm very clumsy at the moment because Mercury's retrograde. My words are clumsy and I'm clumsy. You're all about the bigger picture, okay? And this is about the bigger picture. If you are starting a business, or if you have a business, or even if you are working for someone else, international communication, while Mercury's retrograde is big. If you are thinking of, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles here as well, new tangible beginnings and things you can build, particularly with a financial tilt. It's who you know, not what you know. Okay, you already know enough. That's not the point. And also Sagittarius, that's not your thing. You have the Hermit, that's Virgo. Knowing things is their thing. It's not your thing. And that's not to say Sagittarians don't know anything, because you do, but you're a mutable sign, which means that things synthesize through you, they run through you, that you, like Pisces and Gemini, the other mutable signs, that you, and Virgo actually, that you collect information in the short term and you synthesize and pass it on to other people. And you keep the flow going. That's what mutable signs do. You don't need to have a spreadsheet of all your knowledge. You don't need to have a library. You are the library. You're like a walking lucky library, okay? And the connections that you've made, this will probably be people from the past bobbing up in strange ways. Brilliant for things like Facebook and whatever other social media, Instagram, I suppose, YouTube, of course. I mean, I don't use social media much, but anything to do with international friendship connections is very lucky for making money, for entrepreneurial things. Sagittarians very rarely make money as an end in itself. You're generally creative and interested in creating and making something bigger, more open, more accessible, wider. So if it's about romance, this again can be about, if you, let's say you're online dating, single AF, right? And you're online dating, it's time to move the dial of how many miles it's acceptable to meet somebody. Okay, you may even get chatting to someone from abroad or whatever. I mean, it's real kind of, you know, all bets are off in July. Mercury's retrograde, so it will be someone you have some kind of friendship connection, past connection, past life connection, whatever. There's some kind of internationally retrograde lucky flavour for you. I love it, I have to say. There is a sense during July for you as well, and this is probably about the eclipse in Capricorn, because Capricorn is a business sign, okay? There is a sense of you somehow, this is weird, you're going to feel or want to be or be attracted to connecting with people on the widest level, but also being alone. That's the Hermit. The Hermit is the card of someone who goes off on their own and gets enlightenment. You're going to do that. You're going to collect all this internal enlightenment that you then share. It's bursts of sharing and being alone. The Five of Pentacles. This is the card of not settling for money. Some of you may really question your job this month. Really question your locality. You know, it's the kind of month where you think, I could live anywhere I like. I don't have to live in this town. I don't have to be attached to this office or this wherever it is. I could live in the Seychelles and work off a laptop. You know, it's that kind of thinking. I think they call it blue sky thinking, but that's really cheesy. But it is kind of blue sky thinking for you. Five of Swords. Some of you, again, I'm getting a work vibe. Some of you have been sabotaged passively, aggressively. Is that even a sentence? Passive-aggressively. Someone's been passive-aggressive. This is the card of the silent warrior. You know, it's kind of a battle where there's no fighting happening. They don't openly go into combat with you. You know, you don't, because Saggies, you can say the truth, you can have a good row and move on. You're mutable and you fire. This person can't. They could be an air sign. This is Venus and Aquarius, the 5. Bit of a fly in the ointment, probably someone at work, could be in relationship, that is being sulky, nimmy, you know, nim. They're not happy for you to spread your wings if it's work or even in a relationship. It's someone wanting to keep you down a bit. And just, you might have had enough of it. Because we've got the 8 of Swords, you feel silenced, you feel you can't expand, you know. This is Jupiter in Gemini. It's the feeling of being hemmed in by restriction. And that restriction could be where you work, how you work, who you work with, or how a relationship works, how you communicate with somebody. You've had it, really. You can't be bothered with it. You may blow the lid on that somehow, or the lid may get blown in July. Wheel of Fortune, that's lucky old you, okay? Lovely Wheel of Fortune. I love it. And the 4 of Cups, the emotional meh. You're just not going to get switched on by anything that you feel restricts you, and that for a lot of you is to do with work. Queen of Pentacles, the savvy entrepreneur. Okay, she's got her hand on the pentacle, but she looks magnificent, and she's kind of patient when she needs to be patient, but at the same time she knows where her pentacle is at. And this is new and long term. I like it. Nay, I love it. Okay, I love it. Oh, okay. Who is that? Right, love-wise as well. Some of you cast off a shadow. Oh my God. Okay. This is just for a few of you, but it is a story, I'm afraid. Right, itchy nose. What a story. The return of the prince or the queen of shadows. I don't think I've ever got these two together before, but this is one heck of a toxic relationship. I don't know if it's going on now, but Mercury's retrograde, and what it does is it brings it back to you. And my nose is getting so itchy. Prince of Shadows and the Queen of Shadows. You two utterly locked into each other's shadow side and did battle in the shadows, okay? passive aggressive. Maybe you both were. Some people just bring out the worst in us, okay? You also get alongside it the Messenger. Now the Messenger is a kind of a mercurial card, so I'm getting a message from the past. Has to be. Someone comes out of the shadows. Not in a good way for you, okay? This is old and shadowy and toxic, and the Messenger is often a cannibalize. Oh no, not the cannibalize. It's a what is the word? Like a polluted message. In other words, the message is not clean. It almost feels like it's coming from beyond the grave, this message, but it's not. You know, it's from the shadows. This person is really, really toxic for you, and you know they are. And it's a dead love. It's not got any, I mean, look at it. It's got no colour in it whatsoever. Look at those 3 cards. But just know, with the Wheel of Fortune moving forward and your wisdom with the 5 of Pentacles, your willingness not to go for what is comfortable and known, and the Hermit, this may be the month where you really do finally bust this into the light. Okay? I'm really interested in that. I want to get a couple of clarifiers on it as well. That's a little dark corner. It's only for a couple of you. Yeah, they may even try it on again with you, okay? And I'm going to call it trying it on, and it's somebody that cheated on you a lot. You may bump into them. Do you remember? Right, okay. Right. I've got so many things coming in. We talked about connections here with the 3 of Cups. Reconnecting, I suppose, as well. May even be someone who you had this toxic relationship with and they went abroad or something like that. They pop up again somehow. 3 of Cups again. Social media, group of friends, literally bumping into them in some way or other. They crop up again. Okay? But you have moved on into the yellow, the Fool. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. You are not the same person. You're not in the shadow. Remember I said there was no colour in those cards. You're in the yellow now. Yellow for me is a very optimistic thing. For some of you, you've got over this person by investing in yourself and also in yourself as an entrepreneur. 8 of Cups. The eclipse as well. That's my eclipse card. Saturn in Pisces. Walking away from something you once loved. You are going to just keep walking. It's already been and gone. It's, you know, it's a bit like when they sometimes say about vaccinations that it's a dead virus, you know. This person is a dead virus. That's lovely, isn't it? You get frog as an animal spirit card. First thing I got for this was collecting the rain. And you did. Okay, that's, remember all that grey and that shadow? You already did that, but there's a reason why frogs, you know, need to be near water. It's kind of their habitat, and they do it when they're a tadpole. They need to be in the water all the time. You kind of needed to collect the rain, okay? But then they break out and go full colour, don't they? They're little, I mean, I'm not brilliant on biology or whatever you call animals with biology. Their little feet things all come out, don't they? And then they sort of, and then pooh, green, okay? This is about moving beyond the rain. That is about moving beyond the rain. Now, the rain was a while ago, and I don't know why it's coming up now, but hey, yes, I do. Mercury and about 100 other planets are in retrograde. Have a look at Cafe Astrology. I like this. I like the Ace of Pentacles. I like the Fool. You can't forget the Hermit. You can't forget where you've come from. You can't forget how you obtained your wisdom, because it wasn't easy. Your wisdom came out of the shadows, and you're not prepared to go back there, no matter how much this person may provoke you. And they won't even try to provoke you very hard. They're just kind of resonating again somehow. Okay. You get expectations and defensiveness. This is about who you previously dated that have caused you to have very high expectations of who you might meet, and to feel that they need to jump through particular hoops before they can be with you, okay? And also you're a bit defensive, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being choosy, but you do need to soften the edges off for the Fool, because the Fool is the innocent and the zero, and there is a need, Saggy, for you. You can't help being a trusting, open person because you are a Sagittarian and that's who you are. And that's also the beauty of you. And I know that person completely obliterated that, but not everybody is that person, okay? You can't keep collecting the rain as the frog. Romance, new dating opportunities. That's really nice. And there's the yellow back again, okay? Love that. Do subscribe to the channel, Saggy, if you haven't already, and click the bell, the wiggle bell, the bell that goes ning-a-ning like that. I don't know why they have the bell with the line through it. Why would you ever subscribe to somebody and then not want to see their videos? I don't know. Okay, come to the edge. Yes. There's a certain adventure, I feel, as with this Three of Cups coming up internationally. You may get an opportunity to travel, okay? Maybe for work, maybe for love, whatever it is. Come to the edge, okay? It may take you to the edge of your comfort zone. Most Sagittarians' comfort zones are pretty wide. You know, you're not exactly the shrinking violets of the zodiac. But this may take you even to the edge of your comfort zone as the Fool. Divine guidance, okay? Trust you will be caught if you take a leap. And also trust that, you know, you needed to collect the rain while you were in the shadows. Not everybody is going to be. That's a very shadowy situation. I don't see that repeating itself unless you go back to that person. But the virus is dead. That is a really grim statement, but that's how I feel about that, okay? Please leave me a comment, Sagittarius, because this is quite fascinating. And do subscribe and share the video, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.